Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Rafael, 34 years old, Brazilian. So today I'm gonna show you my metal CD collection. But before that, I just wanna tell you guys how I started to like metal. It was in the year of 2001. I was watching Rock in Rio on TV and I saw a band on stage. Could you imagine which band it was? Iron Maiden. So I saw those guys live and I felt amazed. I saw the vocalist Bruce Dickinson running through the stage with that energy. I was amazed. And back in the days, he was already 40, I think 43 years old. And until today, these guys are on tour. So after that, a friend introduced me a cassette tape with several power metal bands like Halloween, Hammerfall, Eddie Guy. So the first song of this cassette tape was a song called Hallowed from the band Eddie Guy, a German band. So the song started like this, slowly and suddenly, boom, into your face. That, wow, made my mind. So since that day, it's like how they say it's metal for passion, not for fashion. So this is going to be a long video. I'll try to make short commentaries about each album because I have a collection about 100 CDs. So I hope you like it. Most of the CDs are from power metal bands, but I have some from other genres like thrash metal, death metal, and something like that. And also, what I would like to say, I just forgot it what I'd like to say, but let's get started. So I'll be right back. So I'm back, guys, and what I was trying to say before, which I totally forgot, is that nowadays people don't buy CD anymore. But I think I'm an old school guy, and as much as possible I try to buy some of them. But of course nowadays CDs are, especially here in Brazil, are expensive, and of course I use streaming like Spotify, but I think it's different when you can take CD and you can see the art cover and you can open and read the lyrics and see the photos. I think it's a different feeling. So I would like to start with two specific CDs and that are special for me. With these two, both of them are special because were my first CDs that I bought with my own money. That was in 2002, in the middle of 2002, and I remember that I received my paycheck and I headed towards the CD store after I received the paycheck, and I bought these two. The first, metal opera Avantasia, and Iced Earth, Horror Show. What I like about the cover from metal bands is the art cover, the drawings. It's each CD has a different art cover with it is totally special. This album, Horror Show, is about horror movies. So each song tells about an horror movie like werewolf, Damien from The Prophecy, Jack the Ripper, The Mummy, Jekyll and Hyde. I think this is from the maybe from the Monster of the Loch Ness. Frankenstein, Dracula, and the Phantom of the Opera. And of course, Avantasia, which was the first metal opera that joined a lot of great musicians, a lot of great vocalists. Like we have also the Brazilian André Matos, and special thing about this CD, this Ernie name that is written here actually is Michael Kiske, former singer of Halloween. Back in the days, he used this pseudonym. So let's continue, guys. So I will try not to talk too much about each album because it will be a long video, and I'll try to make it fast. I'll try. So this is Painkiller from Judas Priest, and I think it's one of the best heavy metal albums of all time. I mean, every song in this album is great, and the vocals from Rob Halford in this particular album are awesome. So this is one of my favorites. Okay, next one, Blind Guardian, Somewhere Far Beyond, one of my favorites of them. And for those who don't know, Blind Guardian is a power metal band from Germany, and they talk a lot in their lyrics about the Lord of the Rings and the things that J.R.R. Tolkien wrote. Okay, this is a Brazilian prog metal band called Mindflow. Another Brazilian band. This is a Brazilian heavy metal band, Dominus Preli. Okay, this is the first thrash metal CD that I'm introducing. Creator, a band from Germany. This is their live CD, which has great songs in this live. I think my favorite song from Creator is Violent Revolution. Was the first song that I heard from them. I saw the video clip in MTV, Brazilian MTV. This is a power metal band from Sweden, Nocturnal Rites, Shadowland. Okay, now we have, I think, the greatest band in the whole world, Iron Maiden, and this is their debut album, which is pretty great. another one, now the X Factor, which is with another vocalist, as you know, Bruce Bailey, Blaze Bailey, Bruce Bailey, that's Blaze Bailey. Many Iron Maiden fans doesn't like this album, but I love it. It's so different from the other Iron Maiden albums and has so many great songs like Lord of the Flies, Man on the Edge, Look for the Truth, Sign of the Cross. This band is called Nostradamus. I think it's a French band, I don't remember, and I didn't like too much. Okay, this is a death metal band called Dark Tranquillity. I think it's this side, Dark Tranquillity. This is another Brazilian band called Dark Avenger. This is a heavy metal band, traditional heavy metal, and one of my favorite Brazilian bands. The vocalist of this band recently passed away. I think it was last year. Another one from Iced Earth, The Glorious Burden. I love these types of CDs that talk about history. So this CD talk about a lot about the American Civil War and other facts from history like Attila, Waterloo, which talks about Napoleon. So this is a power metal band from Italy, which is called Rhapsody, Symphony of Enchanted Lands, one of their greatest albums. So epic. Another one from Iron Maiden, Rock in Rio, live in Rock in Rio. I think this was their best live. Okay, this is a band from Australia, Pegasus, Breaking the Chains. Okay, just a moment. A band from Finland, Sonata Arctica. This was one of my first CDs that my mother bought to me. Cradle of Filth, Nymphetamine. I used to listen a lot of mainstream black metal, maybe 10 years ago. Nowadays I don't listen too much. Okay, this is one of most famous Brazilian bands, Angra, and one of their greatest albums, Temple of Shadows. This This album talks about a Templar knight which is starting to wonder about his belief during the war. Such a great album that has so many special guests like Kai Hansen and Hansi Kirsch, Blind Guardian, Follow the Blind. Another one from Nocturnal Rites, Afterlife. This is a Brazilian thrash metal band called Corsus, and this album is Ties of Blood. And they used to call this band the Brazilian Slayer. It's such a good band. This is another Brazilian band called Totem. This band doesn't exist anymore. Another Brazilian band, Shaman, which is the band from former Angra members, and this is their live CD. One of the best. They have one of the best DVDs in Brazil of this concert. Okay, one of the most famous German band, Halloween. This is their live CD. This is an Italian band called Domine, a power metal band from Italy. Didn't listen too much. Okay, the Americans of Megadeth. The system has failed. I just love the artwork of metal albums. You don't see this kind of drawings in pop albums. The details, it's awesome. Hammerfall, the first one. Glory to the Brave. Another one from Halloween, Better Than Raw. One of the best from Megadeth, Rust in Peace. Halloween again, Walls of Jericho. This is my favorite from Rhapsody, Power of the Dragon Flame. I think, in my opinion, it was their last great album. Look at this cover, right? The dragon. This is a Brazilian band, power metal band called Iblia. They are very famous in Japan. Stratovarius. This is their best, the chosen one. Another black metal one, Dimmu Borgir, Death Cult Armageddon. Okay, this is a solo CD from André Matos, which is the former Angra and Shaman vocalist. A great musician, which also passed away this year from a heart attack. Okay, this is a Brazilian singer called Tribuzi. And this album has many special guests like Bruce Dickinson, Michael Kiske, Half Skippers. Such a great album. And also they have a DVD of this album. Okay, this is the first Greek band. The first and the only one that I know, I think. Firewind. And this band has the former guitar player of Ozzy Osbourne, Gus G. Another one from Angra, Fireworks. The Americans of Symphony X, The Odyssey. Such a beautiful cover. Just a moment. Okay, this is the live from Angra. Megadeth, United Abominations. Blind Guardian, Nightfall in Middle-earth. This CD is a concept CD which talks about the Silmarillion from Tolkien. Sonata Arctica, their first one, Ecliptica, and one of their best. The last one from Halloween, My God-Given Right. I think it's a good album. I like it. Iron Maiden, Dance of Death. Iced Earth, Dystopia. The first album with Stu Block on vocals, a great album. Okay, this is the band from the current vocalist from Nightwish, Floor Jansen, and this band was her band after Forever. In fact, I prefer her vocals in this band than instead of Nightwish. This is a Brazilian band that I talked about before, Mindflow. Look at this CD. Look at this, the quality. Another one from Shaman, Ritual. This is their second album and is more direct than the previous one. Okay, this is a Brazilian singer called Ricardo Cruz, and this is a rock CD mixed with Japanese songs. He sings in Japanese, and he's also a member of a famous Japanese anime song band, which is called Jam Project. Okay, another one from Dark Avenger, their best in my opinion, Tales of Avalon. As you can see, it talks about the King Arthur history. Hammerfall, Unbent, Unbound, Unbroken. Scorpions, Sting in the Tail, one of my favorites. Primal Fear, Seven Seals. Unisonic, Autographed. I went to the concert and I got a meet and greet. I took photos with the members and I got an autograph from the members. Viper, which is a Brazilian band from the 80s. The first band from the vocalist André Matos. Angra, Holy Land, their second album. Liars Symphony, Brazilian power metal band. Immortal Guardian. The vocalist is Brazilian, but I think this band is from the US. Okay, this is a band from my city, Eyes of Gaia, and I live in a city in the state of São Paulo called Itatiba, and this is a band from my city, which is pretty good, in fact. I know the vocalist and the guitar player. They are a friend of mine. As you can see, I have a lot of albums from Brazilian band, and this is another one of my favorite, a band called Wizards from São Paulo, Brazil, and The Kingdom. This vocalist of this band is one of the best from Brazil, in my opinion. Has such a similar voice with Michael Kiske from Halloween. Okay, this is a hard rock city, Heat from Sweden. One of the new bands from hard rock that I love. Okay, a power metal band from Italy, Vision Divine. I just love the concept of this album, which talks about a lot about God and the human being trying to become a perfect being. And this album is with Michele Lupi on vocals. He's currently playing with Whitesnake, I think, but on keyboards, not as a vocalist. But he can reach high notes in this album. Iron Savior from Germany, power metal band, one of their best. The vocalist of this band is Pete Silk, which is also a producer, and he produced so many bands, so many heavy metal bands in history. Blind Guardian, for the Forgotten Tales, Eden Bridge. I didn't like too much this band. Another one from Creator. Master Plan, the first one and their best. Such a great team in this album. Yarnland, Holland Grateful, Uli Kush. Another one from Mindflow, the Brazilian band. They always have great artwork, this band. This one comes with a poster, and the story is about a crime. So good. Just a moment. Primo Fear, Nuclear Fire, power metal band from Germany. This is a Japanese singer called Eizo Sakamoto. This is his solo CD, and he was the former vocalist from a Japanese band called Animetal and also Anten. This is a Brazilian hard rock band called Dr. Sin. This is their live CD. An EP from After Forever, which has the cover song from Who Wants to Live Forever from Queen. One of my favorites from Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time. I know a lot of people don't like this album, but I love it. Okay, this is a Brazilian band called Armada, a power metal Brazilian band. I think I would have to describe this band is a mix of Sabaton and Blind Guardian. And in their lyrics, they talk a lot about Brazilian history. Brazilian history and Brazilian folklore. The first one from Vision Divine with Fabio Leone on vocals, which is also was a vocalist from Rhapsody and currently the vocalist from Angra. Okay, this is a Brazilian band called Gaijin Sentai. I lost the cover. It's a Brazilian band that sings in Japanese, and it's a mix between Japanese rock and heavy metal. As you can see, the Japanese culture is very famous in Brazil. This is Place Vendôme with Michael Kiske on vocals, his project, solo project. Camelot, Silverthorn. I bought this CD on Wacken Open Air in Germany. This is an American hard rock band, Buckcherry. Another one from the US, Five Finger Death Punch. This is Loudness from Japan. I bought this CD in Japan. This album is with Michael Vicera on vocals, the American Michael Vicera. One of the best Japanese bands. Okay, this is not metal, but it's a Japanese band called Aqua Times. Pop rock band. Aqua Times. I also bought this album in Japan when I was in Japan in 2016. Another Japanese band, Anten, which I talked about earlier, from that solo vocalist Eizo Sakamoto. Another one from Dark Avenger. This is the sequence from the Tales of Avalon the Terror, the second part, The Lament. After Forever. Judas Priest, End of Retribution. Their comeback with Halby Halford on vocals. An Italian band, Labyrinth, power metal band. The first from Angra, Angels Cry. This is the Japanese edition. As you can see, the lyrics are in Japanese as well. Keeper from Seven Keys, from Halloween. Also Japanese edition. Another one from Brazilian band Ibre. Master of the Rings from Halloween, also Japanese edition. And now I want to show you the albums of my favorite band, which is Eddie from Germany, and I have a lot of their albums. Not all, but I have a lot of them. So let me show you. Vainglory Opera. Theater of Salvation. The Savage Poetry. One of their best, Mandarake. I think this band, they don't have a bad album. I love them all. This is an EP, King of Fools EP. Hellfire Club. The first international concert that I was in a festival with Edguy, Shaman and Viper in 2004, and was the tour of this album, Hellfire Club, one of their best. Rocket Ride. Superheroes EP. The shirt from Toby. Age of the Joker. This is their mascot, a clown. And their last album, Space Police. So this was my CD collection. I hope you like it, and leave the comment if you want. If you want information about any of this band, especially the Brazilian ones, you can ask me anytime. Or if you want recommendations about any Brazilian band or any Japanese band, metal band from Japan or Brazil or any other country, you can leave the comment below that I'll try to answer later. So that's it guys, and bye. Thanks for watching.